Hello and welcome back to Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. We are about to head into Sector 2, so let's head. Sector 2. Not much has changed so far, but we're assuming that at some point soon, things are going to start going off the rails.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tuvok. We have been in the Delta Quadrant for an estimated 4 weeks. The integration of Starfleet and former Maquis personnel is progressing. Our current trajectory of 70,000 light-years to Federation space dictates a need for a long-term survival strategy. Due to the replicator's power consumption, the captain has concluded that we must transition to traditional nutrition and enlist the assistance of Mr. Neelix in locating alternative food sources. I have provided Mr. Neelix with a Starfleet Cadet's Guide to Shipboard Protocol, specifically highlighting regulations concerning discipline, resource management, and proper conduct. To date, I have observed no discernible alteration in his operational methodology or adherence to protocol. I will therefore continue to monitor his activities to ensure that his unconventional approach does not result in any culinary incidents.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. Lieutenant, Flight Control Officer. Has a nice ring to it. Who'd have thought you only need to get yourself stranded 70,000 light-years from home to actually climb the Starfleet ladder? Starfleet brass and Maquis rebels all crammed onto one ship? Found a good pal in Harry Kim. His nose is still glued to the How to Be a Model Ensign manuals, but he's got potential. My off-duty hours? I'd spend them on the holodeck if the damn thing wasn't fried. I'm honestly dying of boredom. So, to keep from going completely off the rails, I've decided to start building a holo version of Chez Sandrine, my old bar hangout by the port in Marseille. Turns out, when Starfleet isn't supplying endless resources, you have to, conserve. And that, unfortunately, includes the food replicators as well. The captain wants us to find traditional food sources, and Neelix, our Delta Quadrant guide, is apparently the point man for that gourmet expedition. Sounds exciting. Neelix already puts our security chief through the logical ringer daily. Can't wait to see what kind of traditional delicacies he drags back when we actually let him forage for real food. I'll be sticking close to the replicators, just in case.
Okay, so we are now entering Sector 2. Oh, and immediately going into some dialogue. Sector 2 is where we're going to have to start thinking about how we want to build our ship, and we're going to have, 10 plus different objectives in mind as we start building, so we're going to have to try and balance all of those. But let's start with this. Mr. Neelix, do you have any recommendations for edible plants? Plants? Ah, yes, there's a lovely little L-class planet close by. Lush vegetation, abundant wildlife, and it's almost perfectly safe. Almost, that's reassuring. Mr. Neelix could accompany the away team and provide first-hand guidance. I'll second that. Lieutenant Paris, set a course. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to announce our new chief engineer. Lieutenant Carey, you've kept engineering running smoothly during these past few weeks. Thank you for that. Happy to serve, Captain. However, the Delta Quadrant requires someone who can improvise when Starfleet protocols fail. Miss Torres? But Captain, I've been a loyal Starfleet officer for years. She's Maquis, a criminal. You're out of line, Lieutenant. My decision stands. Dismissed. Miss Torres, or should I say Lieutenant Torres. I know we got off on the wrong foot, but I hope we can learn to work together. Fine, I'll keep your ship running. But don't think I'll forget it was you who got us into this situation. I trust you'll handle engineering with equal determination? Don't worry, Voyager's in good hands, Captain. You'll have assistance. Commander Chakotay highly recommended both Ensign Seska and Crewman Jonas, both Maquis. Chakotay really is just the number one in choosing people who will betray him, isn't he? Well, except B'Elanna, I guess. Well, that's not so bad. At least I'll have someone to rant about Starfleet regulations to. Don't worry, B'Elanna. We'll find ways to adapt to Starfleet. We always have. Anything you need, just say the word, Lieutenant. You can count on me. Just do your job, Jonas. That's all I need. You start right away. We're reaching the L-class planet, and we've got plenty of work to do. Okay, yes, we know about that. Now, oh, that's interesting. We got something immediately next to us as well. But before we do anything, that's the wrong button. We do also need to put some crew members onto certain tasks, because we currently don't have any crew members doing anything. So, over here, we need somebody who does medicine. I think that the doctor makes sense to sit in sick bay for now. Who else have we got? So, science lab, we probably need somebody. So, I'm just looking at different places where we actually need people. Main engineering, you only need somebody if you're actually repairing here, right? Yeah. So that's not actually that necessary. Heroes for navigational? Lower damage per cycle, but we don't have any of that right now. Stellar cartography doesn't have anyone. Transporter room is useful if you're going to have people going on away missions. Wow, you really don't get a lot of bonuses here. Like, you only get 4% for Chakotay, but we'll stick him on there for now. Workshop is only useful if you're actually crafting. I suspect that what we should do is we should have somebody jump between workshop and main engineering. So let's maybe just assign like a Balana here, and then she can jump between them as needed, which makes sense to me. Who have we got unassigned? So we've got Balana, Chakotay, Doctor. Let's just quickly go through our heroes. This is probably an easier way of doing it. Balana, Chakotay, and Doctor are done, so we need Neelix, Kess, Tom, Harry, and Tuvok. Mess Hall would do well to have Neelix, right? Yeah, because he'll just provide a flat 5 morale per cycle, which is definitely worth doing. Okay. In fact, that probably was worth doing on the previous system, but let's not worry about that. Cargo bay, you can't put anybody in. So that leaves us with Tuvok, Harry, Kess, and Tom. So somebody can science. That can probably be Harry for now. So Harry Kim is going to be our science person in here to increase our research rate. Right. Bridge doesn't have anything we can do there. Could put somebody on the shield generator, I suppose. Yeah, or on the phaser. Phaser control room. Yeah, we could have Tuvok do that. And then torpedo launch bay. Yeah, these are all security ones. I guess that's why we didn't have Chakotay doing this the first time we did this. Engineering. I might as well put Tom on. Oh, that's 0 damage. Okay, so actually, no, might as well not have Tom on that. Tom might as well do this instead, because it's only 1% hero skill. And then we can put Chakotay, say, on shield generator. Okay, so that leaves us with Kess. And I think it's just Kess who's unassigned. Yeah, I think it's just Kess. But that's okay, because when we get our hydroponics, Kess can do that, which I think will make a lot of sense. Okay. Now, hydroponics. We have somewhere here. This would be our best place to put it, I think, right? For right now. We have the tech, don't we? Where are we? Hydroponics bay. Yeah, we have the tech for it, and we have the duranium. We just need the space. Can't do life support right now because I don't have tritanium. Yeah, or I can put the hydroponics bay here. Those are kind of our two options. Out to the side or in here. It doesn't really matter, but what I should do is think more about how I want to structure things going forward. So if we go and have a look at, I need an empty spot. It's always useful to actually have an empty spot so you can do this. We think about it. We probably want to be putting our hydroponics bays in a 6x2, right? So we want to put them in like a spot where we can have that and then like that. So we can then easily replace them with a large hydroponics bay later. Because that will be our main way of generating food, and that will save us having to worry about having things all over the place. So if we're going to do that, where would be the best place to put it? And it can't be here because the mess hall can't move. If we put it on this side, we won't have enough space either. Yeah. So there really isn't an ideal spot. I mean, I guess putting it where one of our emergency quarters is would be fine. So I could build another emergency quarters and then move these over. But yeah, it doesn't really solve our problems for now. I guess for now we'll just stick it in the end and then that'll be fine. I am currently full on duranium though. And I don't want to go over. So we'll need to think about how we're going to handle that. Right. If we could get some titanium, that would actually fix a lot of our issues. Because then we could start fixing some life support. Right, let's just scan everything. Which one's this? Phage. Okay, that's fine. I can't remember what we needed in phage, if we needed anything. But yeah, we could grab some titanium over here, and that would help us quite a lot. So that's 70, 35. What about down here? How much do these cost? 40, 20. So it could make sense to actually like get a couple of these life supports, although we already have like the battery compartment here for free, but yeah. These ones are valuable because it allows you to access the holodeck, and accessing the holodeck is useful. And actually I think might be useful in the phage one, but it costs so many resources, I don't know if we're actually going to be able to reach that. But we might as well hold off for a little bit while we do that. Or like, we might as well hold off while we gather resources and not go immediately. How many other systems are there here? There's quite a few. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. So yeah, this is the bit where we enter decision paralysis of trying to figure out what the optimal thing to do is. The other thing that we have to do as well at some point is upgrade some tech. In thinking about what we wanted to do there is an argument for us to just immediately do something like, actually it's in crew, that's what I want to look for. I'm looking for, it's not in crew. Oh my god, it's my hell is this screen. Trying to find hydroponics, yeah. So there is an argument to immediately rush to large hydroponics bay. It costs a ton of energy to use, but once you get it up and running, it basically solves your food problems. So there is an argument to get there soon, but the other argument is that you should try and get things that solve your energy problems quicker, like warp core efficiency. Like this one is also very, very good. So, yeah. Don't entirely know where we're going with this. I guess given I'm still repairing my hull, we should go and grab this titanium while we repair the hull. And that would be a good start. Yeah, let's just do that. That seems like a reasonable option. Okay, so we can use a torpedo here to get a maximum of 5 more. Or we can get like slightly less. I'll take slightly less. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, ship. What have we got? This. Okay, we gotta upgrade our warp core. I can do that, right? No, if I had one more titanium, I could upgrade our warp core. Okay. We don't need to right this second, but it's something to think about. Let's get some more titanium. Wait, this asteroid over here as well. Cool, we got that. We haven't been there, and that's an unmarked asteroid. We should go there as well, but I think that might be from this, yeah, this might be from this side quest. Okay. So we're at 51. How much do I need to upgrade the warp core? Just because it suggested it. Need 30. And how much, yeah, so I need 30 there. How much would it be to remove that? 35. 20, so it might be a good idea to clear that at the same time. We have no way of getting bioneural gel packs currently, but that could be a good idea. Really depends on whether we're going to prioritize getting our holodeck. The problem with getting the holodeck as well is that we need a lot of duranium, and that's our max amount that we can get at any given time, so we would have to have a cargo bay dedicated to duranium realistically before we think about doing that. And it would cost all of our bioneural gel packs. I think that this is probably worth doing. Yeah. even if we don't actually run the warp core higher, it's probably worth us upgrading it. That now means that I've used a bunch of duranium, which now means I can clear this ruined room. Oh, I have no available work team. Stop repairing the hull. Let's go and do that. Yeah, I think that makes sense to me. So now I have a couple of things happening. So that's 3 cycles and 5 cycles. Let's grab ourselves some more duranium. Yeah. Inspired workforce is done. So now we should be thinking about potentially upgrading one of these at some point. We just need to figure out what we actually want to upgrade. If I want to go to officers' quarters in order to get this extra morale, this could be a good opportunity to get it. Or, other options, we can get this one so we can get the biolab and the hydroponics bay. The only problem with the biolab is that it costs you food for in order to get these bioneural gel packs, so you kind of want your food situation sorted first. This would be useful for like maybe the next sector, but not so useful for this sector. What else have we got? Collecting 4 deuterium each cycle. It's okay. Reducing crafting times is useful for a quest we know exists. Upgrading the cargo bay is fine, but I'm not that worried about it. Yeah. Okay. I think upgrading sick bay helps something. It might help with the phage one, I'm not sure. All food rations additionally increase morale would be potentially okay as well. Yeah, as I said, it's very much a decision paralysis kind of moment. This would be nice to get early, I guess. If we think that resources are going to be more scarce, getting more resources from our away missions where they're more guaranteed might be a path forward, and it only costs science. Well, I mean, it costs tritanium, but yeah, only costs science, and it's the only way, and we can only get one upgrade. So doing this would be good. It gets us close to large hydroponics. Yeah, I'm actually in on that one. Okay. Now we need tritanium. Well, sorry, not tritanium, dilithium. And we're not going to get any of that. So, that's fine. So I can get max of 46, or I can get 66, but I have a chance of a bad thing happening. Let's just do this. This is fine. I'll take my 26 and be happy with it. Right. Do we want to do this one next? We could do. I think we might head down here first. Right. Warp core is upgraded. That increases morale, which is nice, although it doesn't really increase morale because our morale is capped due to us not having housing for everybody. And we could upgrade to tier 2, but there's no reason to do it because we don't actually use the energy currently. If I was to can I switch myself to grey mode? What does that actually turn up? Well, no, I don't think you want to switch yourself to grey mode, right? Or is being on batteries for 3 cycles fine? It's probably fine, but yeah, it's only 3 cycles, so we'll just switch up for now. If we had more batteries, it was maybe an option, but I think being at level 1 is probably where we want to stay most of the time. I'll just take the easy stuff here. Okay. Right. Just seeing what else we need to do. So that's 11 cycles. That's 1 cycle for the ruined room. Okay. Let's go grab this. Nice. So now in here, I can build my hydroponics bay. Perfect. Right. I'll risk Voyager here. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, and we have to fight a Vidian ship. Now that is bad. So we could put Chakotay in. That's what we had before. Could do Tom Paris for the evasive maneuvers. Evasive maneuvers is useful. Yeah, let's maybe do this. Yeah, I think this is probably fine for us here. Let's try that.
What are your orders, Captain?
Right, and then you probably just go for
Moving
the
to
warp
attack
core.
the port side, Captain.
Okay. We're almost certainly going to take a lot of damage at some point, but maybe we want to use a torpedo as soon as we can.
Ability
Right.
ready, Captain.
A little bit of spinning. Right. And reset the cooldowns.
Ability ready, Captain.
Then I can do some more spinning. Okay. Almost there with Tuvok again. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to attack the
Moving
warp
to attack
core.
the port side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay. Got him.
Ability
Okay.
ready, Captain.
That's fine. Right. Wonderful. We get deuterium, tritanium, and morale. Okay. That wasn't too bad, actually. We got some extra bonuses from it. We got some tritanium we wouldn't normally get. So that's okay. Yeah, we're a bit low on everything, but that's okay. I think I'm going to put my person back on hull repair for now. Wait, what am I do? What's... No, yes, do this. I realized what it's done. It's done the weird thing where it assigns the work teams oddly. So it assigns your work team who can do hull repair to doing this, but your other team who can't do hull repair is just sitting there going, I don't know. Not my problem. Okay. I think we should probably do this. When's hydroponics done? 5. Could also just head over here. I can't remember whether we have to stay in this system. Yeah, let's maybe grab some more uranium. Okay. Here, let's go with thermal beam. 4 crew got injured. It's not a problem. Our sick bay can handle that. Let's head over to this one. Right. Hydroponics bay is finished. Wonderful. Very happy. So that's fine. So we could now, if we want to... I guess I have to wait for there to be food in the hydroponics bay. Oh, maybe I have to wait till I do this main mission in order to actually unlock the ability for us to use the mess hall's other one. Yeah, that's probably what I have to do. Okay. Let's go with the safe option here. Nice. Okay, let's do the main mission so we can actually use the food that we're now creating. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Send an away team. Okay, so opportunity for combat. We send Tuvok. We send Chakotay. Alright. And it recommends we send a Talaxian. Done. We're definitely not doing medical. That's all I can tell you on this one. Definitely no medical stuff will be happening on this mission. That's okay. Start mission. Captain, we've arrived. Half the crew must be down here. How should we proceed? So I can get 1 square here and harvest inconspicuous plants. Okay. I don't see why I wouldn't do that. So let's do that. Neelix quickly identifies the delicious-looking apples as poisonous and the strange roots as safe and nutritious. The away team gathers a bountiful food supply. I forget what this is, but that's okay. We received your signal about the ship in orbit, Captain. Ensign Seska is missing and we can't locate her combat signal. Orders, Captain? Okay. So we got combat on the next one. We could potentially do something like this. We could potentially spread out and search. We can analyze for traces. I don't really need the duranium, and I would love to do that. The only problem is if I do that, I won't be able to do combat on the next one. Let's just do this. I don't care if I get the duranium and the risk is low. Nice. Crew reports indicate Seska was last seen berry picking near a cave. The away team decides to investigate. Captain, we're hearing voices inside the cave. Orders? Definitely, get ready for a confrontation. Critical success. Readying for combat proves wise. Kazon emerge, blasting. The team prevails unscathed. Why were the Kazon here? Is Seska safe? Captain, we're inside the cave, but no sign of Seska. So again, we would love to use Neelix here if we can. Because if we can use Neelix, then we can do combat on the next one. So I'm going to try and locate our combat signal. Let's go. The newly transmitting signal guides the team directly to Seska's hiding spot. Relieved, she recounts a Kazon ambush while gathering mushrooms. Captain, another Kazon patrol. We're taking heavy fire. Return fire. It gets us some guaranteed dilithium. Fantastic. Let's do it. The team unleashes lethal phaser fire, eliminating the Kazon. They retreat and beam back to Voyager. Mission complete. Great. Alright, 1 apple-like fruits and weird roots. Okay. Ton of XP. I just had a thought. We know that later there's going to be the Tuvok situation, and we know that likelihood is we're going to have to choose the opposite answer, the one we chose last time. I wonder how XP works that way. I wonder whether whether Tuvok gets like a joint amount of XP, or what happens there. But anyway, for now it's absolutely fine. That mission went surprisingly successful, and we got everything we could ever want. So, cool. Turns out shooting people is the solution to getting more resources. Captain, the away team is back with Ensign Seska, and quite a haul. Should we move it to the cargo bay? I appreciate Neelix's enthusiasm, but I'm concerned about the long-term viability of these food sources and their actual nutritional value. Simply having a lot of it doesn't solve our problem. A valid point, Commander. We'll have the food analyzed in the science lab. Okay. Well, we can do that. Science lab. You analyze me some weird food. I'm full on duranium. What do I actually want to do right now with my duranium? Also, what's does this use? Does this actually use anything, or no? Well, it uses energy, but no, it doesn't use anything else. Okay. Yeah, there's got to be something I can do with my duranium right now. I mean, I could repair a life support. Yeah, that's definitely an option. Might be more value to repair a life support down here. I'm actually maxed out on duranium though, so I could potentially repair one of these big life supports in the middle. If I wanted to. Seeing what our options are here. This one's not actually as valuable as it looks, because this entire bit is inaccessible for the turbo lifts. Yeah, let's maybe repair this life support here. I know it's a lot of resources, but we have a lot of resources built up. And I said the only other situation where we're likely going to be able to do this is if we had the cargo bay, so let's do this now, and then we don't need to necessarily get the cargo bay as early as we might need it. Might otherwise need it. So that's fine. And then I can put my work crews on getting rid of ruined rooms. Well, I mean, once they're finished doing this. Although, actually, you're not going to be able to do any hull repair because I have no duranium. So why don't you get to work getting rid of ruined rooms? Like these ones up here. Perfect. Okay. Let's just go to the shipwreck. Okay. It's abandoned ship, so we can go for this one or this one. Let's go risky. 5 crew got severely injured. It's not ideal. Definitely not ideal. I'd rather not start this while our science bay is inaccessible. So let's head up here. Ruined room is finished. Get me the next ruined room. And let's go for the safer option. Wonderful. Okay. And how long's till our science bay is no longer busy? 1 cycle. Okay. So we'll spend 2 cycles going over here. Nice, we get some food from that. Enter ship. And state of flux. As the commander feared, the Leola routes aren't a long-term solution. We need to find other ways to stock our pantry. Suggestions? Captain, I was thinking about building a hydroponics bay. It would give the crew a chance to reconnect with the natural process of growing food. We could also hit up some of the local trading stations with the aero shuttle, barter for supplies, do a little Delta Quadrant grocery shopping, so to speak. But Captain, there are so many planets out there, we just need to keep exploring to find one brimming with the most delicious, nutritious delicacies. Think of the culinary adventures. Hydroponics, trade, exploration, all valid options, thank you. Oh Captain, regardless of your choice, the raw ingredients still need to be prepared. Naturally, I'd be honoured to apply my culinary skills. However, the mess hall lacks a proper galley. Would you be willing to sacrifice your private dining room for the greater good of the crew? Aye. Wonderful, I'll get to work straight away. Okay. Oh, now I can upgrade this. Oh, it's an upgrade that lets you do that. I need a work team. Well, I can pause the ruined room and do this instead. I forgot how you did it, but upgrade makes perfect sense. So I'm trying to click on the thing, but I think it's just telling us about upgrading. Is that correct? Yeah, maybe. Right. That's all fine. I can repair the aero shuttle bay, but it's not high priority. So that's okay. Let's go. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Send an away team. Okay, so it recommends we send Ocampa, and there's multiple combat options. I mean, hear me out. Ocampa, Tuvok, Chakotay. Yeah, this is our new plan. Yeah, let's do this. Captain, we're inside a cave system, and our tricorders are picking up strong dilithium signatures. Orders? Just blast a hole in the cave wall. I love how random it sounds. It's just like, oh yeah, just blast a hole in a wall. But yeah, let's do that. It's a guaranteed success. I'm not going to use both of them because there's combat on the next check as well. So let's do that. The team blasts a hole in the rock face, but there is no dilithium, though their tricorders still pick up on the signature. What is going on? Captain, we found a metal door protected by a sophisticated force field. It seems we're not alone. Orders? Blow up the force field? That's an almost guaranteed success. Almost guaranteed. The positive about that is that opens up the opportunity for that to be a like science check with Tuvok and Kess next time. That could be good, but we know that Kess is likely going to have the Ocampa thing next anyway. So we could instead do that and guarantee a critical success. Yeah, let's do that. The team destroys the force field and the door with a controlled explosion, revealing a constructed tunnel. They enter. Captain, we're standing in a kind of operating room, and someone has acquired quite the collection of organs. No sign of anyone alive. Let's try to recognize some of the familiar looking organs. Kessa's medical knowledge enables her to examine the organs. It seems like they've been infected with a strange flesh-eating disease. Suddenly, a secret door swings open and a hooded figure rushes out holding a tricorder-like device. Captain, threat established. Orders? Stand your ground. Oh, even more dilithium. Wow. Okay. The stranger is intimidated by the crew's united front and flees into the darkness. Worried about further surprises, the team retreats to the ship. Alright. Just a very successful trip out. Okay, cool. Captain, the away team has returned. That was a close call. Quite. We cannot draw any definitive conclusions as to what was down there. What about a guess, Lieutenant? A guess? We are dealing with a species that appropriates organs, and our away team almost got contributed to their collection. However, the why is not clear. Captain, an alien ship just left the planetoid at warp speed. We can still follow their ion trail. Take up pursuit. Our chance to find out why, follow them. Ah, to next door. I realized something I needed to do. I need to, on the hydroponics bay, set Kess up here. Yeah, to lower production time by 12%, which is effectively one cycle, I think. But, no, it's one cycle. It's not nothing, so there we go. And we will continue following. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders? Continue. Captain, the alien ship dropped out of warp and went inside an asteroid. Do we follow? Scan the asteroid first. What are we dealing with? Strange, I can't scan the interior. The surface stratum is a neutronium alloy, not a natural formation. It's like someone built this asteroid. Neutronium alloy. Yeah, anyway, we'll enter the asteroid. Sorry, that word tripped me up a little bit there. Take us in. Let's see what they're up to. Mirror, mirror. Voyager plunges into the heart of the asteroid and encounters an unexpected sight. A vast chamber with mirrored walls, creating endless reflections of the alien starship and Voyager. Lost in a sea of duplicates, the crew must act before they are ambushed. A hall of mirrors. Can we identify the real ship? We're still picking up on their ion trail, but they could have left the fake ones. We fly straight into one of these walls. Well, we could just fire torpedoes and shatter the mirrors. Let's do it. Fire photon torpedoes and shatter the mirrors. Captain, there is a possibility that our torpedoes will hit the other ship. Do it anyway. I said fire. The mirrors have been shattered, Captain. The alien ship has been revealed. They're powering up their engine, Captain. Let's capture their ship with a tractor beam. Get hold of that ship. No luck, Captain. They escaped. Damn it. Never know what they were after. Helm returned to our original course. What? It just ends. It goes, sorry, you failed a 50-50 for the third time. That's the end of that. Really? When was the last autosave? Just out of curiosity. Not that I'm necessarily going to do it. 12 seconds since last saved. I'm going to say that that is probably after this. Alright, well. We didn't get the Vidian medical device again, I guess. Not really a lot I can do about that, so, yeah, I guess we will carry on. But we did get to see that, I was just moving the map, wasn't trying to reveal anything. We did see that, going combat focused got us some different options there. As in terms of, like, some of the away team stuff. Well, it got us different, resources that we got afterwards, which now gives us different options. I think I'm going to grab that. I'm then going to go here, potentially here, and potentially here. Grab all of the deuterium that we can. And then we'll think about maybe going to another system. I think that's the most sensible thing that we can do. So, let's head over here. Life support is finished. We are going to switch that off immediately because there's no use for it right now. But we now have the ability to do something on that deck. This is probably the next one we're looking at. If we can get enough duranium from the next thing, that would be perfect. Mess hall is finished. Science tier 2 is finished. Okay, let's upgrade the transporter room. Oh, and mess hall. It's done. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. We already have Neelix on it. We can go down to normal food rations if we want to. Gives us 45 cycles. Let's go down to normal food rations for now then. Okay, what am I missing for this one? We've detected a Class P planet where the surface is frozen. Geological scans indicate resources deep beneath the ice. Retrieving them requires breaking through the dense ice layer, but the temperatures are freezing and snowstorms hinder us. So upgrading the navigational deflector would actually allow us to access this a little bit better. I don't think I have the cutting beam. I think that's much later. But yeah, we can get this, so I should upgrade our navigational deflector when we can. Let's just go for this. Nice, we got the good outcome. Wonderful, and that's even more dilithium, which is definitely good for sciencey stuff. Actually, well, I wonder if I want to just switch. Insufficient resources to do that. Well, in which case we won't switch. Okay. Do need a little bit more science at some point, but yeah, we'll figure out that at some point. Let's go risky. Okay, we're now full. There's no reason to stick around for these unless we want to just waste time to get things done, which isn't necessarily a terrible option. When can I do this? I can do this like very, very, very soon. If I can get this one finished, then yeah, then we could do that. I have another team that's doing nothing currently. You could maybe do that room. Yeah, that would be fine. Do it. And then we'll head over here and waste some time. Okay, ruined room finished. That now means that I can do this. I'm going to stick the other one onto this. Then I'm going to... Wait, then I'm going to pause that. Resume that. Yeah, so you're on hull repair, and I'm now repairing the life support. Perfect, that's what we want to see. Let's do this. I don't need to go risky, because we're going to be going over the max amount of deuterium we have anyway. Now, we need to think about whether we're going to come back to this system. I don't think I'm coming back to this system in particular, so we might as well head here anyway. Doesn't matter that I'm wasting the resources, we're never coming back here, so... Might as well just do this. Get whatever I get, and it gives us an extra cycle, essentially. I have an optional to repair that, but I can maybe do that once I get the uranium sorted, which I'm going to get by doing this. Okay, cool. Let's go to sector, and we got two options. Both are equal distance away. So, I don't know, I'm going to go here then. Wait, I just realized something when in our sector stuff. I wanted to have a look at the sector there, but I think that the two sectors were actually different distances away originally. One was 10 cycles away and the other was 9 cycles. But is it because we're on the planet that's the furthest up inside this system, that's meaning that we're closer to the other system? Sorry, I said sector and I meant systems. I think the two systems were different distances away, but because I went higher up in this system, meant that we're closer to this system that we're now going to than we were originally. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, I might switch back to this. I think it doesn't really matter. Morale is kind of cooked because we have no rooms. Let's go and have a look at morale for a second. What's our problem? So this is lowering max morale, which is fine. And then morale per cycle. Yeah, I could get that slightly fixed if I just build one more emergency quarters. That might be worth it. I don't have the duranium to build one more emergency quarters, do I? That would be a... no. Okay. Well, yeah. So in 5 cycles I can think about doing it. So once that's done, I can resume that, and then, yeah. It's fine. Right. Life support's done. Transporter room level 2 is done. Let's get navigation. I don't have enough science. So once we get 70 science, we can do that. Switch this off immediately. Now we can repair the holodeck, in theory, which we might want to do, because repairing the holodeck will really fix our morale issue. Yeah, potentially that could be very good. That might actually be more valuable than anything else. How much energy would it be? So that's 20, and then that would use 25 energy. So that's going to use 45 more energy. Yes, we are going to have to ramp up to at least tier 2 for a little bit. It only uses 12 more deuterium, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we might do that. Okay, that's all fine, but before we can do that, let's resume this building. And I'm going to turn you off from hull repair, because I don't want you to use this uranium. Right. Don't have the science yet. Don't really have any way of increasing science without building another science thing, so that's fine. Oh, how much do I need for the transporter room upgrade? Way more than I have. I need a bioneural gel pack. Okay, well. No, what can you do? Love to repair that, so I'm going to switch this on. Switch this on. And then I'm going to repair this, which we can actually do while not moving up our warp core, because we're exactly at 120 energy, which is great. Okay. Ooh, Kazon Raider Wreck is unmarked. Okay. So this one we need to visit, just to see whether we get a thing. Repair station we don't need, hopefully. It's okay. Right. Continue scanning our way around here. Seeing if we spot anything else that's interesting. The cloud. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's not the cloud where there's coffee in it, is it? That may very well be that one. Yeah, let's restock some deuterium and then we'll head to the Kazon Raider Wreck. We will go risky. Wonderful. Was not punished in the slightest. Let's head over here. One cycle. Now finish the holodeck, which we can run 4 cycles on batteries if we want to. Or I can upgrade this. We're now gaining that. I can also switch myself down to normal food rations though, which means I'm actually saving a little bit of the deuterium. Yeah, actually by having this on, I'm saving deuterium because I can switch ourselves onto normal food rations. Now the problem is I'm getting... Yeah, don't quite have enough food to be self-sustaining right now, I think, right? So I'm getting 50 food per 9 cycles, and I'm using 33 food per cycle. So no, actually I'm nowhere near self-sustaining in terms of food. Yeah, absolutely nowhere near. All we're doing is just like slowing the bleed on that, but yeah, that's fine. Okay. For now that'll do. And now that I have these on, I can start getting rid of some of these rooms. Okay. Where are we going to put our large hydroponics bay when we're there? It could be around this area if we wanted it to be. But if it was going to be around this area, it would have to be where the emergency quarters currently are, right? Yeah, it would have to be where the emergency quarters are. Or... No, it couldn't fit up here. Unless I move the shield generator, which is also an option. The shield generator is a 2-tile thing, so I could build a new shield generator here, get rid of that shield generator, and then stick it up there. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, well, it's obviously going to be the same. But yeah, we could stick that in there, but the problem is I don't have life support there yet. So yeah, this is the only place it can go. Okay, well, if it's the only place it can go, it's the only place it can go, right? There's not a lot we can do about it. Let's just start removing some things. Okay. So this Kazon Raider Wreck really is nothing. Unless it's for something else later. Okay. That's fine. Head over here. Ruined room finished. Start work on that one. That also means that we want to start moving these quarters somewhere else as well. Wherever we're going to put them. But we also want to upgrade to like officers' quarters and things, so we'll think about that. Well, we can do this, or we can wait. Potentially get some more. Now I can get some more if I use a shuttle. How much does it cost to repair the shuttle bay? Way too much. Actually, not anything at all. I was looking at the upgrade. Wait, was I looking at the upgrade for other things? Maybe. No, that does use power. Oh, that is just repair. Does the shuttle bay come with a shuttle? I think it might. Let's pause this one for now. Then let's just repair the shuttle bay. We'll come back to you. Where else do we want to go here? Or are we wanting to leave this one and go somewhere else? We might want to leave this one and come back. Yeah, we might want to come back to this one at the end. It's okay. You can now resume that one. Shuttle bay is 3 cycles, so let's just grab this and then we'll head out. Wait till we have a shuttle. Cool. Right. So that's 9 and that's 11. Let's head over here then. Shuttle bay is done. Did it come with a shuttle? It did. Wonderful. Right, food. We switched to emergency rations. I'd rather switch to premium replicator for now. Ruined room is finished. Guess work on that one next, and on that one. Okay. A glimmer of hope. Scans have discovered a wormhole, but subspace disturbances indicate it's collapsing rapidly. Captain, what do we do now? We don't have much time to investigate. Investigate right away. We won't let this opportunity pass us by. Helm, set course for the wormhole. Gets us some immediate morale, which is nice. Not that we necessarily need it right now, but it's nice to have. Right. So we got 30 cycles to do it. So, and we know that we have to do this one quickly because last time we did it too slowly. That's okay. We can definitely do it quickly this time. I am hoping that at some point we get a successful something. So far we have failed to get anything new successfully, but no, maybe this time. Maybe this time's the time. I am going to get this first though. Ruined room finished. Go for that one there. Actually, wait a second. Cancel. That's 2015. I'm probably going to be full, so let's just chill for a second or two. Okay, I don't need to go super risky. Well, actually, risky would be nice here. I'm not going to send a shuttle, though. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to blindly send a team on board. If the team die, the team die. In fact, if the team die, it's optimal, because I'd love to get rid of some crew. So, that's okay. Right. Let's head down here to the wormhole. Ruined room is finished. We're pretty much full on resources. I have no bio-neural gel packs. I do need to build a bio lab at some point then. I have the resources for it, I just don't have the tech for it currently. Almost at the navigational deflector tech. Do we want to get a biolab going? I guess we could. It is probably useful to get these bio-neural gel packs at some point. But the navigational deflector is also kind of useful. Let's grab this, because we've seen things that need this, so let's grab that. Also, transporter room. I need a bio-neural gel pack. Whatever, I've committed. Right. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders? Continue. Captain, we're approaching the wormhole. On screen. Where's the wormhole? The view screen shows only the vast star-studded expanse of the Delta Quadrant, but the coordinates indicate Voyager has arrived. Where is it? The wormhole, a supposed ticket home, remains stubbornly invisible. Are we in visual range? Affirmative, Captain. This must be the smallest wormhole on record. Magnify. Even magnified, the wormhole remains a frustratingly small blip on the screen. Disbelief and a flicker of despair crosses the bridge crew's faces. Is this their only hope of returning home? It's small. The aperture is about 30 centimeters in diameter. But it is large enough for a message. It could carry a data transmission to Federation space in minutes. We still have to find out if it goes anywhere near the Alpha Quadrant. We could send a probe beforehand. A modified probe would have a greater chance of success, but it would require time and resources. Let's go for a modified probe. Modified probe is worth it. Aye, Captain. We just need to do it immediately, basically. Let's do it 5 cycles. Let's go grab some food and come back. Right. Apparently hunting them's the only thing we can really do here. So let's hunt them. Our crew got injured, that's fine. Right. Oh, a state of flux. No, I'm not going to answer that. You know what? I've decided I'm not going to answer your state of flux call. It is irrelevant. Right. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Continue. Captain, the probe is ready. Let's send in the modified probe. Do it. Telemetry data incoming, Captain. The view screen shows a green vortex, the image transmitted by the probe from inside the micro wormhole. A sense of wonder and anxiety fills the bridge. What's on the other side? It doesn't look like any wormhole I've ever seen. Must be old, decaying. Any idea where a probe will end up, Ensign? No, but a phase variance in the radiation stream is struck. Can it break free? Or it's stuck. Unlikely. Wait, it was just scanned by someone else. Hail them. Use the probe to reinforce the signal. Receiving an answer, Captain. On screen. This is Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. Who is receiving this communication? I am Telek Remor of the Romulan Astrophysical Academy. Science vessel Talvath. Location Alpha Quadrant. Sector 1385. What are your coordinates? We're in the Delta Quadrant, but since it hasn't been charted, I can't specify our exact location. Delta Quadrant. On a Federation starship called Voyager. I have not heard of a ship with that name. It is new, but not classified. Surprising. Romulans are usually well informed. I've been in deep space for over a year and I'm not privy to the latest intelligence. I'm sure my government knows of any Federation expeditions to the Delta Quadrant. It's a complicated story, please, if you could. I don't believe you. You are undoubtedly still in the Alpha Quadrant. I ask again, what are your coordinates? Well, as we've been leveling Tuvok, I will convince the Romulan with logic. I understand your concern. Naturally, the Romulan Empire does not want Starfleet spying on its science vessels. However, wouldn't a spy come up with a more plausible lie? Implausible, but I will believe you for now. Thank you, Captain Remor. Can you help us get in contact with Starfleet? Starfleet, you aren't making this any easier, Captain. Captain, we could try using the visual link signal to beam our crew to the Romulan ship. And we've now unlocked linked beaming. That's never been done before. We'd have to test it. Would you be willing to assist us, Captain Remor? Fine, but you will beam me to your ship and back, and then I'll see what I can do for you. Remor out. Captain, I am not convinced of the Romulan's benevolence. I will look further into him in Starfleet's databanks. Okay, so now I've got 25 cycles to research linked beaming. Have I screwed myself by not having the science available? Yes. Oh. Okay. Is this exactly what happened last time? Or do I have science available somewhere around here? I have nowhere that says that I'll get science. I could do this in the hopes that there is science from State of Flux. I think I have to do State of Flux in the hope that I get science off of it. It's kind of annoying. Captain, we're picking up a distress call. On screen. Anyone who can hear this message. Lost control of the bridge. Ship is falling apart. Help, now, please. Captain, this may be a trap. Let's analyze damage to the Kazon ship. Can we determine if they sustain genuine damage? Its fluctuating nucleonic patterns might indicate a reactor breakdown on board. Scan for other Kazon ships. Scan for any other Kazon ships in the area. Nothing showing up, Captain. General scan of the Kazon ship. Scan the Kazon ship. Let's see what we're dealing with. The ship is identical to the Kazon Nistrum raider we previously encountered, Captain. The Kazon Nistrum is one of the most violent sects in the entire Kazon collective. Go investigate. Will help, but be cautious. This could be an opportunity to make new friends or enemies. So that's 9 cycles away. So we can go 9 cycles away, get the tech, come back. Well, do I have another way of gaining science? That's essentially our question that I'm asking myself here. Do we have another way to gain science? Not guaranteed. We might be able to get science from another event, but we'd have to know what the event was. Oh, so it's this one. Is there science just available here? No, the other option for us is that we head here. You know what we should do here? We should save. This is a perfect use for the manual save. Right, I would love to get science so we can actually do Eye of the Needle. I was a little bit disappointed we weren't able to do the Phage one, but Eye of the Needle we didn't get to do last time either. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to completely ignore this for now. We're going to set course to this star system and we're going to hope that there's science, and if there isn't, then we reload. I also just realized I'm low on deuterium because I'm doing that. Navigational deflector is done. Linked beaming. Oh, I actually have enough science for it now. Somehow. Okay. That's fine then. How did I get the science for it? We were definitely way too low, but okay. Let's get some food here. Right. Quick scan. Planet of Plenty. We do need to go there eventually. Prime factors. Oh, that's the Sicarians, yeah. Let's head here. Then head back. No, I don't need a battery compartment. Don't worry about it. I already have a battery compartment. Let's go risky. Okay. It was worth the hull damage to get us some extra deuterium. Let's head over here. Let's go to this, well, this one that's 5 away. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. At which point I will use our shuttle. Wonderful. Head over here. Linked beaming is done. Fantastic. Need to talk to the Romulan scientist. Let's do this, which should complete our mission. Nice, that gets us the morale. And then we can head over here. And we've now got 28 cycles again on that, which is all very good. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders? Continue. We're all set, Captain. Remora is standing by. Let's give it a try. Energize. Hope materializes. Against all odds, the transporter beam pierces the micro wormhole, bringing Telek Remora aboard Voyager. The impossible has become reality. This breakthrough could open a way home. This is quite the breakthrough. I thought we lost you. A phase variance in the radiation stream had me worried. Lieutenant, begin the evacuation. I suggest we delay, Captain. I noticed some inconsistencies in our database, and this phase variance confirmed my suspicions. Captain Remora, what year is it? Year? It's 2351. But this is 2371. Our Romulan guest is a person from the past. That wormhole is a rift not just in space, but also in time. We were so close. I'm afraid we were left with our original request. In 20 years, would you relay our message to Starfleet? I will. If you should find a way back within my lifetime, I would welcome a message from you. You'll hear from us, because we will get back. Energize. Captain? I think that might not be possible. Our guest has become entangled with the wormhole on a quantum level. Beaming him back could... Bite? Could? My patience wears thin, Captain. Can we compensate? Theoretically, but it would be risky. Very. I don't care. I insist that you send me back. We could just say no. I mean, we made a save. You know what? What happens if we say no? Nope, the possible consequences are too great a risk. Your reluctance is irrelevant. Return to my time is critical. I will depart immediately. My prospects are simply greater beyond your direct influence, Captain Janeway. Captain Remora, if we could work together, we could. You add insult to injury. Lock me up or let me leave. I will not cooperate with you. Then you're free to leave. Farewell. Captain, I did not want to mention this in the presence of Captain Remora, but the Federation database states that he died in 2367, 4 years ago. He could have spent another 16 years in his own time. By bringing him here, we have shortened his life, or perhaps extended it after all? Captain, the wormhole has finally collapsed. We inadvertently displaced a man, and for all that, we still couldn't send our messages home. We found setback on both fronts. But we cannot afford to lose hope. We'll find another way to reach our families. Helm, return to our old course. Oh. I was kind of hoping we could do something interesting if we kept him around, but I guess not. Okay, I'm gonna this is why I said we had a save. Load the manual save. Yeah. And we can not mess up our deuterium as well, which would be quite nice. Yeah, I just happened to have an extra bit of science I didn't expect to have. What are you telling me about here? No, I'm not going to build you a battery compartment. Are you crazy? I already have one. I'm not going to build you a second battery compartment just to fulfill a morale quest. Right. We can research... Well, I might as well just wait on this one here then. 5 remaining. Okay. Let's head over here this time. Instead of leaving this entire system for no reason at all. Wonderful. So now we can do linked beaming, which we'll get at exactly the same time that we got it previously. 12 cycles remaining. Let's scan for resources. Barely any. Here, I can send a shuttle. Let's send one. We have a lot of, yeah, we have a lot of dilithium, so risking a shuttle isn't too bad, because the main problem is that you have to spend dilithium. But Talaxian standoff. We can, if we help them, they'll offer us a share of their salvage. Okay. 2 Talaxian ships are in a standoff over salvage from a derelict vessel. One captain wants to use it to aid Talaxian refugees, the other wants to sell it to fund their colony. They offer us a share of the salvage if we help them. Let's go for the profit one. Let's go as non-Starfleet as possible. We'll side with the captain who wants to fund their colony and take my share. Cool. Oh, we're full on duranium, but that's okay. Do I have something I want to spend it on? I guess the aero shuttle bay, even if I just turn it off immediately. Well, I might as well have it on for now, but yeah. Even if I turn it off eventually, it's still fine. This, I need bioneural gel packs. Okay, so I definitely need to get the biolab. 100% need the biolab at some point here. Yeah, okay. That's okay. Let's head over here. I also need a lot more deuterium. But yeah, I'll stock up on 900, I guess. Make promises I can't fulfill. Okay. Might as well head up there then. Let's also grab some food while we're at it. Aero shuttle bay is done. So we can now get new trades. That's fine. I'll take the morale hit for now on our food. Linked beaming is done. Let's do this. And then I'm going to head here. Go for the shuttle. Nice. That's perfect. Now head over here. Anything else I want to do while we're doing that? New thing in that many cycles. Don't have anything there. I would love to research the biolab, I guess, at this point. We're still a way off from that. Okay. Well, it's fine. New trade offer received. Alright, we'll return later here. What's our new trade offer? Definitely no. Dismiss that one. For now. Right, this is a better place for a manual save to be. Right. Let's do this. Continue. Right. So he materializes. That's all fine. So he tells us the year. Right. Okay. So we can try and locate a safer way through the wormhole. Modify and focus our harmonic field on the wormhole. Resynchronize his quantum signature or modify the tractor beam. Let's locate a safer way through the wormhole. Reinterpret the stellar chart sense and look for subatomic backdoors. It's been here all along, Captain. A safer route through the wormhole. Look, Captain, the transport parameters are improved, but that doesn't mean safe. The risk of catastrophic failure is still high. You really want to go through with this? My return is imperative. I must be sent back regardless of the personal cost. Let's send him home. He has a life waiting for him. We won't rob him of that. Execute transport. Energizing. The signal pattern is wavering. Compensating. Reading phase variance errors. Proceed. Don't risk his life. Abort. Bring him back. What happened? Why did you abort transport? This is unacceptable. Captain, I won't pretend to know Romulan procedures, but to send a man into certain death is unacceptable. I appreciate your ethical dilemma, Captain. However, I cannot remain here. I require a vessel to begin my own search for a way back. Join Voyager. Captain, our combined experience might be exactly what your mission requires. Join us. We could find a way home together. Even this far from home and my time, I am still Romulan. There are many things we do not share. Thank you, but I decline. We can't send you back, but I won't impede your journey. We'll provide a shuttle and supplies. The choice is yours. I am grateful for your assistance, Captain. May your progress be unimpeded. Farewell. Okay, and then we get the he's dead one. Okay. I think I do really want to recruit him. I think we're gonna try that again. Now that we know the path, I think that we're gonna do this. So, it's this. You have to, well, assuming that this is right. So, that's okay. We'll skip this to the choice. Safer way through the wormhole. It's a failure. Go through with the transport and send him home. It just fails. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's try that again. We will recruit him. Right. Let's do this. So, skip all this. Safer way through the wormhole. Send him back. Abort the transport. There we go. So you have to succeed, then you abort the transport, then you get the 50-50. Nope, and then we fail the 50-50. Alright, well. Load manual save. Cool. Before the manual save, you would have had to have restarted the sector if you wanted to do this. That must be really annoying if you were trying to do it perfect and you had multiple people you wanted to recruit with non-100% chances. That would have really been a pain for you. There we go, that's fine. Abort the transport. Right. Aha! I was always a pioneer and an explorer. Very well. A combined effort may indeed optimize our chances. I accept your invitation. My expertise is at your disposal. Welcome aboard, Mr. Amore. I have a feeling we're going to learn a great deal from each other. Let's get to work. Captain, the wormhole has finally collapsed. Understood. We may not have gotten those messages home, but we gained something equally valuable in return. A new member to this crew. And who knows, maybe we'll be talking to our families face to face sooner than we think. Helm, return to our old course. And with that, we now have Telek Ramor, a Romulan scientist from the past who encountered the USS Voyager via a micro wormhole. Also, just in terms of his outfit, I don't know whether it was him, but for some of the characters, they changed their outfit to better match their position, what their position would be on the ship. So, for instance, he has now got what scientists would usually wear, so that kind of makes sense because it says he's a scientist. But he may have been wearing the engineering or the command one previously. Anyway. After being transported aboard, he became stranded in the future when Voyager was ultimately unable to send him back. He joined Captain Janeway's crew in the hopes of returning to the Alpha Quadrant. So, he's got Cloaking Prototype, disrupts enemy sensors, granting a semi-cloaking effect that reduces enemy accuracy when firing at the Voyager. Okay. That's interesting. It's also very vague in terms of what it does. How much does it reduce it by? Is it 100? Is it 5%? How useful is it? I have no idea, but anyway, it's cool. And we now have a new person, which is also cool, so we can now use the Romulan checks that we can see in different missions. Also, I'm fairly certain that that's extremely messes with the timeline, because although he died, in the past, although he was noted to have died in the past, him going to the future means that he no longer died in the past and he was no longer in charge of his ship in the past, so somebody else was in charge of his ship. So the timeline's been changed. I guess it didn't matter. Maybe his ship just died in a freak accident or something. Maybe it never returned home and therefore it doesn't matter that the timeline has changed because he didn't affect anything. Like, the ship just never returns either way, and it doesn't really change how things play out. But yeah, in theory, we are now messing with the timeline. But, you know, that's kind of the point. And that's why I felt recruiting him was actually important. So that's why we did it. So for now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching. I would have liked to finish the sector, but I don't think I have quite enough time to do that. And we've got the State of Flux thing to do next time, which I think we can do. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.